What's up everyone, welcome back to another American Plains Money. And if you guys take a look at my GMC Denali Ultimate, this thing has a wheelie and they added the option to add wheelies to all of these trucks, or at least a good amount of them. So if we take a look at this truck, this truck, this truck, this truck, this truck, you can pretty much add a dually option. And I had a super smart idea. What if I grab this dually option and put it on a off-roading truck, which is what we're going to be doing in today's video. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I think it is time to begin. So we are going to be taking a mini mode. I'm going to catch someone's toe. Okay, so it looks like we are going to be taking the TRX to the mechanic shop, and some of you might ask me, why are you taking the TRX to the mechanic shop? Are you going to turn the TRX, oh my goodness, I was about to crash, are you going to turn the TRX into an off-roading truck? I mean, it already is an off-roading truck, but I will not be adding a dually on this thing because we actually have one of the brand new trucks, or at least two of them, at the mechanic shop that we can turn them into off-roading trucks and put them to the test. So that is going to be the main reason we are heading towards the mechanic shop. I'm definitely going to customize both of these trucks, and whichever one I like more, we are going to take to the most difficult off-roading spots in this game, which I think we've been there a couple of times. If you guys have been subscribed to the channel, then you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But enough of the gap, we are now at Tenny, which is the name of the shop. So let's pull in, and oh my goodness, look at these trucks. Let me actually back this thing up. I'm gonna park right next to the Ram, since I'm a big fan of the Ram, which is kind of funny because my truck is also a Ram TRX, and then I think a Ram 1500, and then we have this what is this, a GMC? Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but I think this actually might be a GMC. So I think we should begin, let's begin with the Ram, since I do like the Rams. We're gonna turn this thing into a dually and an off-roading truck. So let me quickly hop out. We're gonna quickly open that up, and we are gonna quickly go inside and customize this. And the reason I'm saying quickly is because we don't have too much time. I want to make sure I get to the off-roading trail before the sun sets. So let's quickly get into the Ram. Let's pull this thing and let's start customizing this bad boy. So the first things first, we gotta change up the color of the truck. I'm thinking, oh, you know what, we could go with the dark gray. I kind of like a dark gray. Call me basic, you guys, but I love a gray truck. I'm gonna tint the windows. There we go. We do not want a fishbowl. We're gonna quickly max out the engine, get it ready to off-road those gigantic hills and mountains, and we are gonna raise the suspension just a bit, nothing too crazy. We don't want to make this too tall. Let me add some camber. I'm gonna fix the suspension, which is the front and rear, so it can be ready to off-road. And before we do add the wheels, let's quickly add the dually, which is gonna be all the way down here. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Look, boom, there we go. Now we just gotta add the wheels, and then we'll come back to the attachment. So let's go to wheels. We're gonna go to rims, and all the way down, let's see which one looks good on our truck. Let's see. I'm not really getting off-road vibes on this. Ooh, look at this, dude. I am rocking with this. These are better. These are way better. Let's see. These are okay. So I think I'm gonna go with these right here. These are like pretty nice. So I'm gonna go with those rims, and then for the tires, we are gonna increase the height, nothing too crazy, and put some off-roading tires onto this thing. So are these off-roading, or is it this one? I think this is off-roading. Let me also take these tire graphics right off. I do not like that. And now lastly, before we do finish up, we are gonna, with the tires, I am gonna increase the diameter and the width, nothing too crazy. I think that is gonna be good. Let me just tuck them in too much because I don't want the back poking out too much. And lastly, let's add some light bars. I'm gonna add that one. I'm gonna put a winch just in case we get stuck. Oh yes, we gotta put some mud flaps. There we go. Mud flaps are on. A nice head rack with a nice roll bar, and we cannot forget about the running board, which is let's see, this one looks okay. Oh, I like this one. This one's nice too. You know what, I'm gonna go with this one. And that is gonna be it for this build right here. Let's go outside and pull this thing out. This thing is looking very nice. This is by far one of the best off-roading dualies that we have made in today's video. Let's take a quick look. Let's pull this thing into the sun, and let's get a quick tour. We got the winch right there, a nice new set of wheels and tires, the light bar, ooh, the running boards. We got the, what is this called, a roll bar or roll cage? I don't know, but we got that thing on, and we got the dually feature onto this Ram truck. Dude, I'm really loving the look of this Ram. Let's quickly take it around the block. Let's see how this thing is performing performing, I'm gonna throw it in 4-wheel drive as well. Let's see how this thing performs going uphill. And oh my goodness, yo, this thing is quite the beast. But I kind of want to take it on these rocks right here. I like going to this section because we can put the suspension to the test. So let's do a little test on this thing. All right. Oh yes, this thing is a monster. Honestly, this might be an off-roading monster. Look at this. Yo, this thing is going through all of these rocks like a champion. But we still have one more truck to customize. So let's go back. Oh my goodness, this thing is so bouncy. I cannot believe how bouncy this truck is. But that just means the suspension on this Ram truck is actually really good. So let's make a right turn onto this road and let's make our way back to the mechanic shop so we can customize the last truck and then decide which truck we are going to be taking to the hardest trail in American Plains modding. So let me back this thing up. I'm going to try not to hit any of these trucks right here. Oh, hold on. I almost ended up hitting my TRX. That could have been a little bit too close. By the way, the color on my truck looks extremely nice. Look at this. Yo, this is super clean, you guys. I'm really loving how I managed to build this truck. But enough of the yap. I think we should begin with the last truck. So this thing is kind of like a GMC. I'm kind of thinking about taking this one off-roading. I just know that this thing is gonna be a complete monster. So let me pull this thing into the garage so we can actually turn it into a monster. We are gonna start off with the color. Let's make this a nice cherry red. There we go. Let me add a little bit of reflectance. Let's quickly max out the engine. We gotta make sure this thing is fast. And let's quickly do the suspension. There we go. Let's raise this. Nothing too crazy. I don't want to make this too tall. Let me add some camber. Oh, that's the wrong way. There we go. Now the suspension. There we go. We gotta make the springs a little bit more softer. There we go. And before we do add the rims, I do want to add the dually option. There we go. We got the dually option on. Now let's put on those dually wheels. So the wheels are gonna be right here. This is gonna be the rims. I'm gonna go all the way down because I love these rims right here. I think they just look really nice on the truck, which honestly we're gonna keep it. I'm gonna be honest. Let's do the tires. Let's throw in some off-road tires. Oh, that looks ugly. Let me take that off. I'm gonna fix the height of the sidewall. There we go. And before we do finish, I do want to fix the diameter, which I feel like it's a little bit too small. So let's increase the diameter on these tires. Oh yeah, there we go. These things are so beefy. And I don't know if I should make them a little bit wider. Should I make them a little bit wider? Not too much. There we go. Nothing too crazy because I feel like then this truck is going to be so beefy. But is that it? Oh no, we need to add the roll cage. So let me quickly add that roll cage, and then we're also going to add some light bars. Let me add these ones. They look pretty clean. Let me take this hitch off. We're going to add the mud flap, and here goes the roll cage. There we go. Oh my goodness, this thing is going to look insane. Now for the running boards, I'm between this one and this one, which I think I am going to go with that one. I think these look pretty clean. And now before I do finish up, I do kind of want to add some tint to the windows. So let me just add a little bit of transparency, and I think that is gonna be it for this truck right here. Look at the color on this thing. Holy moly, we ended up cooking with this truck. Look at this, dude. I am seriously speechless. Let me actually pull this thing into the sun so we can take a good look at this truck. There we go. Oh dude, I seriously cooked with this build right here. I'm honestly thinking about taking this truck right here. Look, just take a look at this paint job. Holy moly, guacamole. We got the nice set of wheels and tires, the dually, we got the running boards right there with the nice roll cage, and we cannot forget about the light bar. Look at that, dude. This is an insane build right here. It kind of reminds me of a Ram Rebel, which I'm not sure if you know which that truck is, but it's a really nice looking truck like this one. But I think we might take this one to the most difficult off-roading trail in APM, and we gotta hurry up because it is currently midday, so we don't have too much time. So let's get into our truck, and I'm gonna quickly change the drivetrain to 4-wheel drive and make our way towards the trails. So let's go through here. We're gonna go onto the main road and make a left. So let me turn on those blinkers. There we go. We got the blinkers on, and we are gonna make a sharp right turn onto this dirt road. So let me turn on those blinkers once again and then pull into the dirt road. Oh my goodness, dude, I cannot stop looking at the paint job on this thing. This thing looks insane. But here we are gonna be at the hardest trail in American Plains, buddy. So let's get started because we are running out of time. So let me go on this kind of hill right here. I'm gonna quickly pull this thing in manual mode. There we go. So we can quickly go up here. All right, so far not too bad. This thing is pretty easy. Oh, hold on, do not slip. That could have been pretty bad. Never mind. Maybe let me knock on wood. I don't want this thing to flip over. Oh my goodness, do do not flip over. That could have been really bad. Oh my goodness, I just realized I forgot to add a winch to this truck. Are you serious right now? Oh my god, I forgot to add a winch. Hopefully we don't get stuck, because if we get stuck, then yeah, we are gonna seriously be cooked. But let's go through all of this. We're almost halfway done. This thing is sliding through across the trail, and come on, we got some rocks. All right, pretty easy for the truck. We're almost halfway done. Actually, I think this actually might be halfway. So let's go through this little hill. Ooh, that was easy. And then we have another bump, bro. Come on, you can do it. Let me throw this thing in manual mode. Come on, please. Oh no, it's struggling, you guys. I think it's a little bit struggling. Let me get some speed. Come on, let's go. W's in the chat. It actually managed to go through that little part of the hill, which is, I think, the hardest part of the trail. Now we just gotta go and finish it off. We are gonna get muddy, so hopefully this truck is not too low to the ground and I don't get dirt and muddy, because that just means I'm gonna have to take a shower today. So let's finish off the trail. We're almost done. Slow, but remember, slow and steady wins the race. Let me carefully do this. Oh, hold on there. Oh, slow down. All right, let's pull in right here, and then the mudding section is gonna be on our right side. And take a look at this, dude. I kind of don't want to take this truck through the mud, but we don't have an option. So let me get in. We're gonna turn this thing on, and this is the moment of truth. Let's go through here, and oh, hold on. All right, let's go. Only the back body panels and the tires ended up getting mudding, because this thing is a complete beast. But we are almost finished with the trail. We are like literally almost at the end. Let me quickly, oh, hold on, don't go off trail. We do not want to be cheating. All right, let's make a right turn, and we are done with this trail right here. Look at this. This is a huge W. I cannot believe this truck managed to go through that trail. So let's make our way back to the mechanic shop, and here we are. Honestly, I should have gone through the car wash and got this clean. You know what? The car wash is down the road, so let me actually do that. All right, the car wash is right here. So let me quickly pull into the car wash. Look at this. We got this thing like brand spanking new. Look at this. Holy W. All right, so let me pull through. I'm gonna go and pull in front of the shop, and I'm gonna get this thing parked up right next to the Ram. So let me carefully do this. There we go, dude. These things are so wide, they barely fit in the parking spot. But here we are. We got the Ram right here. So let me quickly pull in. Let me turn this thing on, and let's quickly get out of here, because the sun is about to start going down within an hour. So we are gonna step on this thing. We are gonna go as fast as possible, dude. I am so excited to test out this Ram, mostly because Ram is by far one of my favorite trucks. That's why I own a Ram. I own the Ram TRX. That thing is a complete unit. But here we are back at the off-roading trail. So let's pull in, and oh, whoa, that was a little bit too fast. And this is where the trail begins. So let's see how fast this thing can actually go on the trail. This thing is so far going extremely fast on the path. I'm actually very impressed. It's honestly doing a way better job than the GMC, which I think it is a GMC. I swear on my mama, I think it is a GMC. But let me slow down. I do not want to go into the river. Look at this, dude. That looks so cold. So let me get back on, and let me finish off this trail. So far we're doing a really good job. And oh my goodness, I swear every time we go through that section right there, this thing always kicks in the rear. The good thing is that we're still going. This thing is not slowing down. Look at this. This thing is a complete monster. So let's go on top of this right here, and oh, really? Holy moly, that was probably the fastest time I have gone through that section right here. Dude, this is insane. This truck might be way better than the first truck that we tested, which I think it's the GMC. I'm sorry. All right, let's finish off the trail. We do have to go through the mud, so let's hope that this Ram truck is high enough to go through the mud. So let's quickly go through here. Oh no, 3, 2, 1. Oh no, we're getting super muddy. Look at this. We got super muddy, but that is fine, because we are gonna go through the car wash and get this truck washed like brand spanking new. So let's finish off the trail. We are in the last minute. Dude, I see the ending. I just need to make a right turn, and oh my goodness, we managed to do this trail in record time. Yo, this Ram truck is absolutely crazy. I am beyond impressed on how well this thing was able to perform and off-road. But let's go and take this through the car wash before we do head over to the mechanic shop. But thankfully the car wash is right here, so let's quickly slide through. There we go. We got that express car wash cleaned with our trunk. Oh my goodness, this thing is crazy. But let me get this thing parked up. There we go. We managed to build the Ram truck dually with this GMC dually off-roading edition. But enough with the yap. The sun is about to go down, so I'm gonna hop in my Ram TRX and we are gonna start making our way back home. Alright everyone, I see my house right there in the distance, so let's go and hurry up. Let me step on this thing and pull into my driveway because we are now back home. Home sweet home. Oh yeah baby, we are now back home. Dude, I miss being at my house. So let me get this thing parked up in my driveway and let's admire the sunset. I'm kidding, but if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe with these dually off-roady builds if you guys did enjoy it, and I will catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.